Alrighty, good morning. Welcome back to Lucid Trading. We're late, just a tiny bit. However, markets are opening up in about 1 minute from now. It's very exciting because markets are going up again. You can see that right here with the Nasdaq going up about 0.22%. Russell's heading up about 0.4 percentage points. And the market is now officially open. You got Tesla going down, sitting at 1017. Look at that. Lucid is going up 2.2% for earnings. Rivian is going back up. It is incredible. I think I'm still in the Discord. Let me just quickly disconnect. There you go. All right. Yeah. All right. Good morning. Good morning to Bento, Tanisha, Jasper, Lucas, Nelson, Jesus, Damson. Make sure you hit that like button, and let's get going. There you go. Rivian is going up again. Impressive. What is happening to Ggpi? Ggpi is going up about 18 percentage points. Very, very impressive. Let me quickly edit my portfolio a little bit. There we go. All right. Yeah, it seems like Ggpi is sitting at 15, although it's kind of pulling back right now. I have a feeling it is... no, it's actually heading upwards. It's up 19 percentage points from what I can see right here. It's incredible. Huge move to the upside. And what else is happening here? Yeah, so we covered Ggpi at like $10. And now it's sitting at 15 bucks. It's amazing. Like, this is really good news. Let me fix my hair a little bit. Yeah, I just came back from biking to the office, so my hair is a little messed up. I want to show you something real quick because I've been talking about Ggpi for the longest time, actually. And a lot of people didn't pick up on this amazing stock. Let me see if I can grab my Twitter right now. My Twitter handle... just give me 1 second here. Just give me 1 second. There's a poll going on right now in the live chat. If you'd like to answer that, that would be awesome. Are you holding Ggpi stock or Polestar stock soon? Are you holding that right now? And let's see, it's up about 18%. I can see right here. It's still heading up higher. See. 1 second. Yeah, so I sold part of my position in Ggpi here, just a part of it. So just to let you know, give me 1 second here. Yeah, I sold about 20% of my Ggpi position. I thought it was the right time to take some profits. Keep in mind, I bought the stock in this zone, right? So I bought it back when it was sitting around 11 bucks. It's now sitting at $14.6. I think it was a nice time to take some profits off the table. And let's see what else is happening here in the markets. Pretty wild markets today. Rivian is coming down. Look at that. Tesla. Oh my gosh. Tesla's heading down. It's bleeding downwards as Elon Musk is selling his shares. It's going to go below 1,000, I think, because Elon is just selling so many shares. I think he's only sold about 40% of his shares so far. So there is a lot of there's a high probability that we're going to see more and more downside. Let me check real quick. Yeah, I believe DIDI is also coming back down right now. How did Lucid go up to 45? That is just crazy. Lucid is heading up to 45.5 right now. That is so nutty. What about your friend Shay? Yeah, I think it's gonna take some time. It's gonna take some patience. But yeah, so long as this is, they're doing a buyback right now with Sheg stock. I'm pretty confident that they're going to be able to revitalize the momentum, and it's going to take some time, right? So there's been a lot of bad news, and there's been a lot of selling pressure. Usually it takes about 3 days until you see some kind of rebound. However, this is a very large downturn. A lot of institutions are probably still selling out of their Sheg positions, and so long that is happening, I think the stock is going to remain relatively low. Look at that, Beyond Meat is going down about 1.8%. That is interesting. You got Robinhood going up about 0.5 percentage point. Netlist is going up 1.5%. DIDI is down 2 percentage points. I think it's another buying opportunity. Like, I'm looking forward to this, right? I think this is going to be interesting. Meanwhile, why the hell is Rivian still in the green? What the hell is happening? Rivian is still heading up. It's only down about a percentage point, which is just nutty. Like, that makes no sense at all. It's just, it's kind of crazy if you think about it. Let's see. Yeah, my hair just, let me just not. Rivian is still at 1 to 29. I mean, what can I say? 110 billion market cap, 0 revenue, not proven. They only have a, prototype, right? They sold some vehicles to their employees. I think it's not fair. I simply think it's just not fair that this stock is receiving the attention that it's getting. It makes 0 sense to me, but it is happening, right? Regardless, right? It's happening, and that's the reality of things right now. Rivian is sitting at a market cap of 110 billion, and people keep buying, and that is despite the fact that Tesla's going down right now. Usually, what happens is when Tesla goes down, all the EV makers start pulling back down. T2, yeah. So apparently, trading 2 and 2 is allowing to short Rivian, which I made use of that recently. And I believe that, yeah, that is true, right? So you can short Rivian now. But yeah, I think I'm already using the maximum amount of shorting positions on Rivian at the moment as we speak. And let's see. Yeah, so they're not allowing you to short a very large amount of Rivian. At least it seems like that is the case. What the hell's wrong with AI? What is wrong with it? I mean, it's going upwards. It's undervalued. I truly believe that AI at the current price, it is just undervalued. What is happening? Oh yeah, Rivian is heading up. There you go. Rivian heading up right now, sitting at 131.3, and it's still heading up higher, about a percentage point. As Tesla's down, markets are still green, right? You can see the Russell is down slightly, just slightly. You can see that the 10-year yield is skyrocketing, about 1.5 percentage points. That could be an interesting situation for the coming days. If the 10-year keeps moving higher, then we're going to see some downwards pressure on the growth stocks, on the high multiple stocks, the risky stocks like the Rivians, the Lucids. But so far, it seems like EV stocks are unstoppable, and that's what we're seeing here. Barely any downside, a lot of upside, and that's the current market. What else are we seeing here? Snapchat, let's go. Snapchat is finally moving. Very happy about this. I uploaded my portfolio on the Patreon, so you can see my portfolio there. It is not the actual portfolio. I don't feel very comfortable in sharing my actual portfolio, how much money I have in my portfolio yet. And Yeah, it's kind of like a one-to-one representation of the percentages of stocks that I have. So it's more of a, it's more about like what am I buying, right? What am I holding? Which you can see on the Patreon. About 10 stocks you can see what I'm currently holding. The most relevant stocks, essentially. A lot of people have been asking about this, like, what are you holding? Just tell me what you're holding. And I'm displaying it on the Patreon, so you can check that out there. Snapchat is one of the stocks that I'm holding, obviously. I've been talking about this a couple times, and you can see that it was sitting around $52 for a while, and I bought some Snapchat around $52. Obviously, I bought some Ggpi as well at like $11. It's now sitting at 14.6, which is kind of interesting. Yeah, I think the infrastructure bill is going to be completely priced in. It's going to be completely priced in. AI jumped. I think it was Kathy Wood that mentioned AI, and it jumped upwards like 12 percentage points, right? MACD crossed, and it looks like it's heading back up. I think AI is one of the best buying opportunities in the AI sphere of things, right? So, in the list of companies like Google and Alphabet and other AI companies or companies that are focused on AI, I think C3.ai is one of the better picks, as their growth is going to be robust. They're going to have higher growth next quarter. This quarter, they're going to have higher growth. Next year, they're going to have higher growth. And that's the CEO has pretty much given better guidance. And on better guidance, you would expect the stock to rally. Although so far, it's still sitting at $50. I mean, remember C3.ai, it used to be sitting at like $60, $70. In fact, the stocks used to be sitting at $160, $150, $140. So I'm not saying it's going to get back to 150, but I wouldn't be surprised if we get back to 60 and $70 for earnings, which, if you don't know, C3.ai is going to be reporting earnings for the 1st of December. What is happening to DIDI right now? DIDI is still selling off. You can see that right here. It's down about 2.7 percentage points, 3 percentage points. Look at that. It's still heading downwards. Whatever happened to Rivian? Look at that. Rivian is still heading up higher. It's sitting at 134, and it's still climbing, which is, let's see if I can short this stock at 134. Pretty sure I can't, but we'll see. I would love to do that. That would be great. Let's see. Am I able to do that? They still don't allow it. Nope, they don't allow it. Yeah, some trading apps don't allow you to short certain stocks because they know that some stocks could fall very fast. You can see Tesla right now on the app that I'm using. They don't allow you to short Tesla because they know the stock is going to go down. And there you go. Tesla's falling very, very rapidly. It's insane. It's quite interesting. But yeah, I still think that Tesla below the $1,000 mark should be a nice buying opportunity. I think, my hypothesis right now is that what might be happening here with Rivian is that as the capital is flowing out of Tesla, it's heading into Rivian. You can see how Rivian has been doing amazingly the past couple of days as Tesla's been doing horrible. It's just, it's a little suspicious. It's a little bit suspicious that Rivian is doing so well while Tesla's getting wrecked. The 10th of November, you can see right here, 10th of November, that's around this period. And Rivian is heading up higher. Look at that, 4.5%. Rivian is now sitting at a market cap of about $115 billion, and it's flying higher and higher and higher. I have some short positions on Rivian around 125, 128. So I'm getting burnt on those as we're seeing the stock just skyrocket here. It feels very similar to when I shorted Tesla. But yeah, Tesla's about to go below $1,000, I believe. I mean, we're getting there. Oh, wow. Look at that. And Rivian is... there you go. Tesla, $999. There you go. What did I say? I've been warning about this for the longest time. Like, hey, Tesla's going to pull back. If Elon is selling his shares, the stock is going to go down. 998 per share on Tesla stock. That is interesting. You can see Rivian is sitting at a price of about 133.5, and they're both falling right now. Xpeng is heading down. NIO is heading down. Lucid is pulling back. Rivian is now finally pulling back as well. So interesting. And I'm still not allowed to short it, I think. Yeah, it's still not allowed. Am I allowed to short Tesla? I'm not going to do it, but I just want to see if I'm allowed to do it. I remember they blocked it. They did not allow people to short Tesla. Yeah, there you go. Oh, they do allow it. Okay, so they do allow people shorting Tesla. Interesting. Let's see. What else is happening? Baba's going down. DIDI's going down still. SoFi is heading up about 2.9%. Snapchat is up about 3.3%. Ggpi is falling. Look at that. Yeah, I'm very glad that I took some profits around $15 because I thought that Ggpi, I mean, it's a great price still. I like the stock. I like the company. Polestar, I like it. However, you have to keep in mind that Ggpi has been rallying quite nicely. From this bottom right here, you can see right here. See if I can. It went up about 46%. I mean, if you're not taking a profit when it goes up 46%, then when are you going to take a profit, right? 46%, that is a good return on investment. And yeah, so I might buy more as the stock is dropping. It's an interesting opportunity here. It's filling the gap right now, so it might actually just bounce back off to the upside any moment. Facebook is skyrocketing, somebody said. Yeah, I mean, it was very obvious. Facebook is going to have a ticker change. So it's going to be MTVS, I think, Metaverse, Meta Platforms. And so there's a good reason why Facebook has been going up. It's been one of the stocks that we've been talking about that I was very bullish on, and it's running upwards. It's very nice. And I'm holding Facebook. I'm holding a bunch of Facebook right now, or Metaverse, Meta Platforms. I think the stock is going to get back to like 380 very quickly. I have a price target of about 380 to $400 for the end of the year. Just so everybody knows. Yeah, so 380 to $400, that would be about right. That's like at the least. That's like my minimum, my base case. Very happy for the people that are holding Facebook. I'm very happy for the people that were buying Ggpi, and you're doing pretty well right now. Obviously, this is all not financial advice, yada yada. What else did I want to check? Yeah, Snowflake is still heading up. Look at that. Snowflake sitting at 389.4. This is also one of those stocks. It's prime for a short. I mean, let's be honest. Snowflake, is it really worth $116 billion? I mean, they don't even make that much revenue. Like, I know they're growing fast, but for the time being, I mean, if interest rates go up, like if the 10-year yield goes up or something like that, then I believe Snowflake is going to melt in the sun. Like, it's going to melt so fast, their market cap. Look at that. Tesla's still coming down. Remember how everybody hated on me. Every single person. Every single day. For several weeks. Gara, you're wrong. Tesla's going to go to $1,400. Gara, you are wrong. You don't know anything about Tesla, Gara. What do you know about Tesla? It's not like you've been covering the stock since 2017. I've got so many insults, so many. I even got death threats at some point, and because I said Tesla was going to go down, and here we are. Here we are. If you would have bought Tesla between 1,000 and 1,240, you're down. Short term, you're down. And that's the thing. When everything is going right, when everything is bullish, when everybody's greedy, when everybody's buying the stock, when everybody's buying call options like it's a casino, then it seems very attractive to get into the stock, but it's the opposite. It is the complete opposite. It's the most unattractive thing you could be doing in the markets. You should be looking for opportunities where people don't want to go, but you know that the fundamentals are good. Like C3.ai. Look what's happening to C3. Look what's happening to C3 right now. It's up 7.1%. Tesla's down 3.3%. Nobody thought that C3 was going to go up, yet it's now sitting at $50. It's finally running. We've got earnings coming up the 1st of December. We got 2 weeks left. It's going to be 2 weeks of just green on C3.ai. Just letting you know. But yeah, people will doubt you. And it's also, what's really crazy is like, it almost feels like everybody became a genius. Like almost every single person that's in the market thinks they know everything about the market, but they just joined the market. They have like little experience. But that's usually what happens in the bull market. Everybody thinks they're a genius. Everybody thinks that they know what's going to happen. And then they don't know what's going to happen. And then the opposite happens of what they think. And there you go. Tesla at 997. Just give me 1 second. I'm going to see if I can short Rivian right now. I would love to short Rivian. I might actually buy some Tesla stock, to be really honest. It's very tempting. It's going below 1,000, so. You got saved by Elon. Yeah, I'm a very lucky person, aren't I? I'm very lucky. I was lucky when CCIV was sitting at $15. Remember that? Let me just show you. Remember when we covered CCIV at like $16? I guess Peter Rawlinson saved me. I was lucky there. I was lucky when NIO went down from $60 to $40. And I was also lucky when NIO was at 33 and $35, and I bought NIO right there and rode the wave up to 40. Although I was unlucky with C3.ai, I have to say. I bought C3.ai at like 160, 170, and then it just kept going down. So I had to sell at a loss right here and just dollar cost averaged all the way. My average is about $55 right now, so we're getting pretty close. I'm a lucky guy. Let's see. Tesla sitting at 998. I mean, that's what the haters do. Is like they will not acknowledge the fact that you did like hours of research and that you actually know what you're talking about because you've had 7 years of experience. No, you're just lucky, right? I am just lucky. You know what? I'm fine with that. You can call me lucky. So long as I'm luckier than 90% of people in the market, I'm fine with that. Let's see. DIDI's down about 3 percentage points. Interesting. I am actually very tempted to buy some DIDI. Snapchat is going up 4.7%. This is amazing. It's skyrocketing right now. Let's see. You were unlucky many times with C3.ai. Imagine, like, you would judge somebody on one stock. I've bought, like, at least 50 stocks in the past year. And you'd be like, yeah, that one stock that you were underperforming on, which, you know, I'm down 10% on C3.ai still. You would literally, like, paint that all over that person. Because you had that one bad play, you're a bad trader, you're a bad investor. I don't care about what you say. That's what a lot of people did, and that's what a lot of people are still doing. It's like, oh, you had one bad trade? I guess you're a very bad trader, investor. Meanwhile, Charlie Munger, I don't know if you know, Charlie Munger, he bought Alibaba at $230. Is Charlie Munger a bad investor because he bought Alibaba at $230? It's now sitting at $167. Are we going to say that Charlie Munger is a bad investor? So that's like the whole, I don't get that the whole notion of like when somebody makes a bad trade, suddenly that person should be like is like a horrible trader or investor or swing trader or whatever you want to call it. And this goes for everybody out there, right? Just because you have one bad trade doesn't mean anything. You could have 50 bad trades and 51 good trades, and if that one good trade makes you a millionaire, you're an amazing investor. You're doing pretty well for yourself. So it doesn't matter whether you have a bad or good trade. What matters is how much you make from your trades. What is your consistent profit? All right. Okay, enough with the ranting. Okay, so Tesla's sitting at 1,003. I think my my saturation is sitting doing a little bit weird right now. Let's fix that. That is not good. I can't fix that right now. Tesla's bouncing, sitting at 1,004. Let's see. Oh, look at that. The 10-year yield is going above 1.59. It's about to hit 1.6. And, wow. That's insane. It's going up pretty fast. It's up about 2%. So far, it's not impacting these bubble stocks. That's what I'm going to call them, really. Like, what is Rivian? It's a bubble stock, right? Sitting at a market cap of 112 billion with no revenues. It's projected revenue. We don't even know if Rivian is capable of doing the volume production side of things. They've got a lot of capital, but so did Nikola, right? I'm not going to... Obviously, it's not like Nikola. I do think that Rivian has a shot. People are buying into this at this valuation without having the evidence, a proof of work, right? So they haven't quite proved that they can produce these vehicles at volume capacity. Oh, let's go. Palantir's going up. That is awesome. Let me delete that. There you go. Palantir's finally heading upwards. Gara, if you had to take a quick profit, would you buy Nvidia and sell it after earnings on Wednesday? I would not buy Nvidia. Nvidia is probably one of the worst stocks in the markets right now. Probably. People forget so fast how, like, look at Nvidia. Look at this chart, just on the weekly chart. You would be buying at this very top right here. I mean, you can be my guest. You get into Nvidia, but I will not join you on this one. I am shorting Nvidia, in fact. I've been shorting Nvidia since 320. I had some short positions in this zone, but I'm primarily shorting it at 320. I do not believe that Nvidia is worth 753 billion, especially given that the supply chain issues aren't going to last 3 or 4 years. It's been about a year. It's going to last us another year maybe. But I think things are going to ease, and we're going to see more competition potentially, as obviously, usually when you have prices going up, new competitors emerge onto the markets. Just like what we've seen with Tesla, right? You got Tesla, they're successful, they're increasing their prices, they have, these vehicles that are making them a lot of money, their market cap goes up. Then you have other competitors that start joining. You got Lucid, you got the Rivian, you got the Polestar. And I think the same exact thing might be happening in this space that NVIDIA's functioning in. Although obviously NVIDIA has a moat that is quite significant. However, keep in mind, the stock was pushed upwards on a lot of frenzy momentum. Wall Street Bets was buying calls, back to back every single day for several weeks. So I think the price is very elevated, and I think it's going to be able to come down here. I think we're going to get a nice correction to the downside. I would personally consider buying Nvidia maybe at, $230, $240. It's just too expensive. It really is way too expensive right now. It's just way too. Who can be competitive to Nvidia? Are you seriously asking me this question? This is the exact thing that the Tesla lover said, right? Everybody that's holding Tesla is like, who's going to compete with Tesla? Nobody's going to compete with Tesla, right? Tesla's the only player in the EV market. That's what happened in 2019. Look at right now. You got Lucid, Rivian, Polestar, Ford, GM. Everybody's getting into the EV market, although obviously with not a lot of success yet. The competitors are here, and they're coming, and they're going to be going volume production. It's going to take some time for them to catch up to Tesla. But Elon Musk said it himself. Eventually, the only thing that's going to matter is going to be the manufacturing capacity. And the same thing I think is going to happen to Nvidia. There's no freaking way. There's going to be no competitors coming for the market share, really. That never happens. Whenever the market cap of certain businesses go up astronomically, almost always there's new players that get into the game and they start producing the same product either for a cheaper price or even better. This does not happen right away. Obviously, it doesn't happen right away. I would say that with Nvidia, it's a bubble. I'm gonna say it right here. It's a bubble. I think it's a bubble. It's a bubble. So if this doesn't look like a bubble, then what looks like a bubble? Like this is, in my opinion, looking like a bubble. Short term, at least. This is why I'm shorting it. I don't mind shorting Nvidia at $300 or $320. AMD, I like AMD much more actually, although it's also sitting at a relatively high market cap. Overall, I would not consider buying into AMD at 148. I would not do that. It needs to kind of pull back a little bit. And speaking of pulling back, look at that. Tesla's pulling back quite nicely right now. Remember the days when it was sitting at 1,240. It's now sitting at 996. As Elon is selling his shares, obviously. So I might actually buy into Tesla if it gets down enough. Don't listen to them. Your knowledge is based and factual. I've been here every stream for over a year. Top 5 stocks right now. Yeah, so I want to show you something real quick. Hopefully I can do that. 1 second. Let's see. All right, so we uploaded some posts on Patreon, and I wanted to show you something. Yeah, there you go, my portfolio holdings. We did a Q&A live stream for the Patreon yesterday. We had a poll. Which stock should I make? Okay. The buy and sell signals. I want to just show you this right now, real quick. Let me download that file. I hope you can see this. So this is the list of buy and sell signals that this is usually available for the patrons out there and the YouTube members. And I added a new gimmick to the buy and sell signals where I gave the borders a different color. The cyan borders indicate that I think the stock is going to go up significantly more than the other stocks in the list. You can see right here, I was really bullish on Facebook, Baba, DIDI, Neo, C3.ai, which was sitting at 47.2. Obviously, Facebook was sitting quite cheaper. And you can see right here, Ggpi. So Ggpi was on the list, essentially, at $14.5 a share. I thought it was still looking good. It hit like 15.3 or something today. And look how much it went up, 35.5% since the last buy and sell signal list that we've had. And I'm very bearish on Rivian, on Snowflake, and I believe AMD and Lucid. So these are stocks that I'm potentially shorting. You can see that the border is red, and it indicates that I think it's going to go down severely. But I think when it goes down, it could be a buying opportunity in that zone. AMD could be a buying opportunity in this zone. And the same thing goes for Rivian at 70, 80 bucks. Snowflake at 325 to 345 bucks. I would consider it a buying opportunity. So I made some adjustment to this. And what I really want to show is, let's see, we had I think the buy and sell signal list of, maybe it was the October one. Could be. Just give me 1 second here. Was it this one? AMD. No, it was not this one. Maybe it was this one, the 4th of November. Okay. Alrighty. Alright, so this one was the buy and sell signals before the one that I just showed you. You can see right here that Tesla was sitting at 1,229, and I said it was a opportunity to sell the stock between 1,100 bucks and 1,300 bucks, and it would be a buying opportunity at 900 to 940. It went down obviously since then, so it's quite nice. But I wanted to show you this one. Ggpi was actually part of the buy and sell signals. I was bullish on this. I said it was going to go up to $12 to $13. And in the following week, it actually went up to 12.8. And then today, it went up to 15 bucks. So we have many of these kind of stocks where you can see even I was bullish on Lucid. I was bullish on so many stocks. Snapchat and C3.ai, Facebook at 335, DIDI at 8.2. Although PALANTIR was a bit of a messed up situation. It's still sitting at like 23 or something. But yeah, if you're at all interested in these buy and sell signal lists, then do make sure you join the Patreon. The Patreon link is down below in the description. Let's get back to the charts. I think that would be nice. Just wanted to quickly show you how that was going. And so far, it seems like Tesla's still pulling back. Oh my gosh. It's looking horrible. Give me one moment here. So yeah, we have a lot of stock picks on Patreon. I'm just going to show you right now what the benefits are. I think that would be nice. So yeah, we have buy and sell signals, stock pick articles, the Lucid Trading newsletter, Patreon-only Q&A live streams, one-on-one consultations, and the Discord benefits. Check it out at patreon.com/lucidtrading. This is how it looks like. You get a 15% annual discount if you join today. And, well, check it out. I think a lot of people have benefited from it. So patreon.com/lucidtrading. Yeah, it's looping. I don't want that to loop. NEO is down 3 percentage points. Yeah, I believe a couple people actually signed up for the Patreon. Thank you so much. Nando and Austin. Cheers. Thank you so much for joining. And what is happening to PayPal? Yeah, PayPal was also part of the buy and sell signal list, actually. We added that one. And look at that. It's sitting at like 212. That's just amazing. I think it's going to go up more than this. It's up 2 percentage points. I think PayPal is going to get back to the, I would say around 220. That seems to be likely. Look at this, the 10-year yield. 10-year yield going up 2.3 percentage points. Oh boy. Yeah, it's going up above 1.6. That's kind of worrisome, and I think stocks could pull back because of this. However, Rivian is still going up. What the hell's happening there? Lucid is still going up, but Tesla is pulling back, sitting at 996. Is PayPal a buy? I think PayPal is a buying opportunity, potentially below $200 or around $200, but like, I wouldn't necessarily say that it's the strongest buying opportunity in the market. Let's see. We're seeing a little bit of weakness now. GGPI is actually pulling back, I think. Interesting. Is GGPI a buy right now? I believe GGPI is still a buying opportunity. I mean, it could pull back to like $13, but then again, it's still cheap. If you think Lucid and Rivian are like, I mean, we have got Rivian at 110 billion. Lucid is sitting at like 72, 73 billion. If that is happening, then I think GGPI could be sitting at like $20, which would be around 45 to 50 billion. So I think we're probably going to get another maybe 35% or something. Probably. Wow, look at that. Tesla still pulling back. 994.9 is bleeding out right now. I want to just quickly check my Twitter, see if something is happening there. Elon Musk, what is he saying? Nothing. He's not saying anything. Gary Black. Always nice to see what Gary Black has to say about Tesla. Oh boy. Yeah, I actually warned him. I was like, yo, Tesla's going to pull back, man. Yeah, a lot of Tesla bulls are right now complaining about the fact that Elon is selling. It's going to keep going down. I mean, it's like 1 + 1 is 2. If Elon Musk is selling millions of his shares, then yeah, the stock is going to go down. There you go, 992.7. Yeah, it's still bleeding out right now. And it looks like we still have a massive gap, right? Right around 910. So I think when it fills that gap, I would be buying in this gap zone or around that gap. I have bought a little bit of Tesla around 980, 990, just a small amount, just a couple $1,000. I don't want to add more than that because I still think it's kind of risky considering that Elon is selling a boatload of shares right now and we might see lower prices. It's sitting at 991. It's about to break below 990. GGPI is going. Oh yeah, it's going. It is going all right. Let's see. It's sitting at 990 right now. Is it going to bounce off of 990 or it seems to be a support zone, right? Because we've seen it bounce before at this price. And how much are we down right now? Let's see. Tesla stock is now down 20 percentage points. And the daily charts, I mean, I'm telling you, this could continue. This could definitely continue. You can see right here, we're not even oversold yet. We're not even at the oversold levels. We're sitting at neutral on the RSI. You can see that the MACD, I mean, it's still very elevated relative to historical MACD levels. We're sitting at very high levels, and I think it could still pull back. But yeah, I would consider this a potential short-term buying opportunity to dollar cost average into Tesla stock around 990 and below, right? So I wouldn't be buying a lot of shares right now, but it's definitely not a bad idea to maybe, buy a couple shares at 990. It's not a bad idea. Sitting at 990.9. Is it about to go below that? I think it is, isn't it? It's trying to push below that. 800 is not going to happen. I think 800 is a little weird. I mean, it could happen. Let's say if the market's correct big time, then I wouldn't be surprised if if it could happen there. Snowflake hitting 390, and Rivian is just very comfortably sitting at like 134. It's incredible. Tesla's sitting at 990 right now. What else is happening here? Yeah, they're still not allowing me to short Rivian. It's so sad. It really is. What else do we see? AI sitting at 49.2. Palantir sitting at 23.2. All right. Nvidia sitting at $300. DIDI 9.21. 167.3 on Baba. Snapchat is still going up 5.7%, sitting at 56.7. Impressive. Ggpi sitting at 14.4. Here we go. We're breaking below the 990s on Tesla. And we're seeing still a lot of buying pressure because this has acted as support. If we go below this level, I don't think there's a lot of support here. So it's just going to pull down below. We might get back to the 970s in that scenario. We'll have to see. So far, it looks like it's bouncing off again. Yeah. 992.4. What else is happening here? Rivian is still heading up. Look at that. 134.8. How is it that Tesla's down 4% and Rivian is down? Rivian is up 3.8%. It's really confusing. Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are down. Gold is going down slightly. The dollar is going down slightly. The 10-year yield is still going up steadily, up about 2.5%. You can see that the NASDAQ is pulling back about 0.1 percentage points. And if we can add the S&P, have we already added that? Or oh, there we go. All right, let's put that right there. Yeah, the S&P is just barely green right now. And you see Rivian is still going up higher. Look at that, 136. 136 on Rivian. It's up 4.6 percentage points just today. Just it's incredible. And it's still going higher. And I have a feeling that this is happening because Tesla's going down. It's not the because usually it's the opposite way around. It's like, all right, because we're seeing Tesla go up, then everything else goes up. When Tesla goes down, everything else goes down. With Rivian, it's the opposite. It seems like we might be seeing a lot of capital flowing into Rivian from Tesla, which is a little strange given the fact that they don't have volume production yet. 1 second. But yeah, that's what's happening right now. It's still heading up, sitting at 137.7. It's squeezing upwards. And I have a feeling this is probably just buying pressure from institutions. 138, 139 coming up. Up 6.5%. It's incredible. Look at that. Market cap of almost 120 billion. Yeah, I'm going to buy some Ggpi. If Rivian is sitting at a market cap of 120 billion, yeah, I'm going to get back into Ggpi. Let's see. There we go. I'm going to put my profits back in there. Okay, let's see what's happening here in the chat. Rivian is now sitting at 138 and it's climbing up higher, at least from what I'm seeing. And that's strange because you can see that the 10-year yield is going up. So the 10-year is climbing as we're seeing Rivian climbing as well. It's a little weird. Just a little bit. Kind of odd. It's a little bit odd. And it's still climbing. And it's climbing as Tesla's going down. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. It's really odd. So Tesla's dropping, and Rivian is just going up and up and up and up. Lucid is also going down, right? So it's like Lucid is going down, XPeng is going down, NIO is going down, as Tesla's going down, but Rivian is doing the opposite. Complete opposite right now. RSI is incredibly overbought right now, and looking at the 4-hour chart, still no information on this, obviously. Even the 1-minute chart is extended, quite extended to the upside. See, this, in my opinion, when you see a stock like this, when you see a company like this at a market cap of 120 billion, and they have no, like, barely any sales, they don't have, like, real revenues, I think that is the sign we're in a freaking bubble. At least in the cyclical stocks out there, this is probably the sign. You have a stock company sitting at a market cap of 120 billion and going higher and higher every single day as the whole market is pulling back. I have no words for this. I'm just salty that I'm shorting it. I was really salty about that, but it's going to go down eventually. NASDAQ is down about 0.2%. The Russell's kind of negative right now. The VIX is going up 4.4%. The 10-year yield is sitting at 1.6. It is going up 2.4%. That is not good for the growth stocks, for the high-risk stocks out there. Regardless of that, it's still going up, about to hit 140. Institutions have too much money. I think institutions are going to move. They're going to lose so much money because when this bubble pops, there's going to be a bunch of blood on the streets. It's going to get wild. You got to understand how these institutions function. They put their money in safe haven assets, right? So they put their money in companies that are very safe. They put their money in bonds that are very safe. They're now putting their money in companies that have no revenues. And so we're seeing that happen right now. As we speak, we're seeing Rivian go up to 140, which is something nobody thought that would happen, right? Tomorrow, people are going to be able to short the stock, to be able to buy puts on this and short it for the first time. But yeah, that's... I have no words for this. It's amazing and it's terrifying at the same time. I have never seen something like this. I'll tell you that. I have never seen something like this. 989 on Tesla. It's going down right now. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, what can I say? This is like .com kind of levels of frenziness. This is .com kind of levels of frenziness. For sure. It's about to go above 140. So that's kind of weird. What else is happening? Palantir is sitting at 23.3. It is also heading up. AI is only up 4.5%. Facebook is sitting at 348. Interesting. Snowflake is also rallying. Look at that. This is totally healthy. How much has it gone up since the bottom? It's going up pretty much double, right? Since May. It's not even that long ago. And it's now sitting at 391.7. It's overbought on several time frames. This is also, in my opinion, a candidate for shorting, because when they have, or at least when the 10-year yield goes upwards, when it goes up a little bit, all of these risky stocks are going to be suffering from that. And you can see right here, it's already starting to climb. But I think with regards to the inflation that we've had, we're going to see more of that happening, where the 10-year just keeps going up and up and up. And nothing is going to stop it, because you got to keep in mind the Federal Reserve is not really motivated to be buying these bonds to keep the yields down. They're going to start buying less, and as they're buying less and less bonds, it's going to put upwards pressure on the yields on those bonds, and over time, it's going to have a tightening effect on the equity markets. GGPI, of course, GGPI is going to go up, because when Rivian is sitting at $140 a share, I mean, GGPI should be sitting at like 20 or 25 at the least. Because you got to think about it this way: Polestar already delivers vehicles. They're delivering like tens of thousands of vehicles to customers. In fact, I've already seen Polestars on the road, which, with Rivian, they don't have Rivians on the road. At least they've given these Rivians to their own employees. So yeah, you don't really see them on the road, in my opinion. And it's not that many. They haven't sold that many either. Look at that. Tesla's getting back to 985. Here we go. 985, 986 on Tesla. And it's pulling back. It's down 4.5% as Elon is making his sales of Tesla stock. 987 on the Tesla stock. One moment. There we go. Okay. The shorts are going to have a field day. Yeah, tomorrow I think Rivian is going to get shorted to death, really. Although this is interesting, it seems like the MACD is about to cross, actually. It's kind of weird. Weird thing to be seeing. Tesla's at 986.7. And it's still heading down. 987. It's now down more than 20%, I believe. Yeah, 20.5%. I think it's a great buying opportunity right now. For like dollar cost averaging, like small amounts. I think it's a great buying opportunity for small amounts of buying opportunity. For small amounts of buying. That's the general idea. 986.5. It's still heading down. Let's see. Is Elon tweeting anything? He's probably very salty that he's not getting a very high price on his stock. He's losing 20%. Let's see, 986 on Tesla. What else is happening? NIO is down 3.7%. That's interesting. NIO is down, but Rivian is allowed to run to 140. That's kind of crazy, isn't it? That's a little weird. A little bit weird. See if I'm allowed to short Rivian right now. Am I allowed to short the Rivian? See, probably not. Nope, still not allowed. Huh. Interesting. So they're only allowing you to buy Rivian, essentially. Which is just... I mean... I would not want to buy this stock at 138. Tesla's still bleeding. Look at that, 982. Yeah, it looks like we're about to fill the gap to like 910. Like, although, 9 970 could be a support potentially. Let's see if we have a Fibonacci level right here. Yeah, around 950, 970-ish. But then again, it's mostly dependent on how Elon is selling his shares. Look at that. Tesla's down almost 5 percentage points. It's sitting at 983. And I guess, is it bouncing off? Is it bouncing off at 983? I mean, we're seeing selling every candle that we get, every green candle. It's just getting sold off. And it's still heading lower, 982. It's down 5 percentage points. $980. Oh boy, it's going below it right now. $970. No, okay. So it seems like 980 has been a psychological support. 981, 980.6. Bit of buying pressure right there. It's getting oversold on the RSI. Is it really going to pull back below 980? Oh my gosh. That is rough. That is really rough. Let's see, 981. 30 minutes. Okay, so there was enough buying pressure to keep it from falling below 980, at least for now. Is it going to reverse the trend, or 982? Meanwhile, Rivian is still heading up higher. Look at that. 139 on Rivian. Why the hell are people buying Rivian at 139? I still don't understand. I think the only reason people are buying at 139, probably at this point, is that nobody can short it. And if you can short Rivian, if you're allowed to short Rivian on Tuesday, like tomorrow, I think the stock is going to plummet so freaking fast. It's going to be unbelievable. Give me 1 second here. Okay. Let's see. Tesla's still struggling at 982. All right. Rivian at 139. Snowflake is sitting at 391. What else do we have? Snapchat is still sitting at 56. That's nice. Twitter is coming back up slightly. Ggpi is struggling to go above $15, which is really weird. Like, how does that make any sense? How are they struggling? I mean, let's see. Yeah, they should be able to easily get to 20, fairly easily. With this EV market, right? The EV market being so incredibly frothy. Look at this. Rivian is about to hit 140. I think we got there very briefly, from what I've seen. How much is it up now? I think Rivian is up like 50% now or something. No, it's up 46.4 percentage points in 4 days, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 days, and it's up almost 50%. And it seems like we're about to head above 140 now on a Rivian. At least that seems to be the case right here. Yeah, it's breaking through right now. $140. $140 for Rivian stock. And what are you getting back? 200 cars. 200 cars being delivered. That's the market right now. Interesting. Yeah, I'm just very salty that my short is not really working out that well. Let's see. Oh wow, look at that. We're hitting 141 now on Rivian. It's going up 8.3%. As we're seeing Tesla get below 980. That is interesting, right? So we hit 978 on Tesla, and Rivian is heading up while that's happening, right? So Rivian is benefiting greatly from this downside that we're seeing. Let's see, 140.8, and it just keeps flying higher and higher and higher. The bubble just goes upwards and upwards. Rivian stock, what's the market cap? About 120 billion right now, and we're hitting 141. I mean, this is so ridiculous. This is getting so incredibly ridiculous right now. Uh, 140.7 on Rivian, and what are we seeing? It is still climbing up. When Tesla goes down, Rivian goes up. When Tesla goes up, Rivian goes up. Like, that's what we're seeing right now. It's just interesting. And then you see that the 10-year yield is now still sitting at 1.6, right? Still sitting there. Yeah, regardless. I wonder if, like, Wall Street Bets is picking up on Rivian. Let's see if we have a... let's see, Wall Street Bets sentiment tracker. And here we go. Wall Street Bets, real-time sentiment, ticker sentiment. No, Rivian is not. No, it's mostly Tesla and Nvidia. Still, nobody's talking about Rivian. So this is most likely being pushed by institutions, probably. Yeah, this is most definitely going to be institutional buying on Rivian. They have hit a market capitalization of 120 billion, all right. And is that enough, or is it going to double? Right? So that's like the question is like, hey, if we're hitting 120 billion, why not get to 150 billion? Why not get to 200 billion, you know? While you're at it, pump that bubble. And I think it might actually happen. I mean, institutions have nowhere, there's no place where institutions could put their money, and they're starting to gamble. Like, that's what we're seeing. They're literally starting to gamble with their money, putting their money into companies that have no revenues. They are worse than Wall Street Bets. I believe they're worse than Wall Street Bets. That's just my opinion. This is much worse than Wall Street Bets. At least Wall Street Bets was buying Tesla, which is a company that's making money. Rivian doesn't make money. They have no money. They're burning lots of money. They have no proven history or no track record. Yet this is what institutions are buying right now. Let's see, how far does the Rivian go? DIDI is going to 9.11. Oh, that's really sad. It's a sell-off of about 4.5%, 4%. SoFi, look at that. SoFi up about 5.4%. What else are we seeing here? Beyond Meat is sitting at 84. Robinhood is sitting below 35 bucks. It's been going down. And what else do we have? Ggpi sitting at 14.8. Yeah, I bought some in this zone. And Rivian is going up to 142. Tesla sitting at 984. NIO sitting at 40.7. NIO selling off huge. What else are we seeing? Well, holy moly, what the hell's happening? 142? Did we hit 142? Yep, we're hitting 142. Rivian is up almost 10 percentage points right now. This is the 4-hour chart, by the way. From bottom to top, up almost 50%. Keep in mind, this $95, I mean, they wanted to IPO at like $78. So this $95 that we're seeing here, that is not low. That is pretty high. And now we're sitting at 142. This is, in my opinion, a ticking time bomb. I think there's going to be a lot of downside when people are going to be able to short this stock, especially when the market is going to, see a bit of a rough time ahead of itself. Although right now the market is negative, and despite that being the case, we're seeing Rivian excel. Rivian is being pumped to get shorted all the way down to 50 or 60. Who knows? It could be the case. Maybe, hey, it really could be the case, given the fact that tomorrow the people are going to be able to short this. Starting tomorrow, people are going to be able to short Rivian. They're going to be able to buy puts on it. So it could be that that these hedge funds and institutions are just waiting until they can do this, and then they're going to short the hell out of it. And it could very, very fast just get back down. Especially given that we have some worrisome numbers coming out with the production capacity of Rivian. We don't know what that is. We don't know how much they're capable of. We still have a lot of bearish things happening here in the economy, with the inflation still remaining very much persistent. Makes it more tough for companies to make their products. Because when you have costs going up, labor costs, material costs, it's very stringent on a lot of companies out there. Rye Guy Parker just came in with a $5 donation. Thank you so much. Rye Guy says, NIO going to skyrocket in 2022. What do you think? Thanks for the dedication and the info. Yeah. I believe NIO is one of the cheaper stocks out there. I think NIO is probably going to go up substantially more because, well, keep in mind, we're now seeing Lucid at 70 billion. Rivian is 120 billion. NIO is making a lot of money, and they're growing fast, and they're going to keep growing fast. So you have to think about it this way. They're ahead of the curve. However, of course, NIO is not vertically integrated. I don't think it's vertically integrated yet, at least not for the most part. They're outsourcing a lot of things. It's just going to be a matter of time until NIO is going to pick up the pace again. I think for the end of the year, I'm looking at a price of around $60, right? So for around January, and my throat is like literally killing me right now. I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. In the meantime, let's take a look at what's happening with Tesla. Yeah, I think NIO is going to reach $60 next year. My target would be around maybe $100 at the end of the year. Probably could be possible, but not like $200 or anything like that. I just don't think that is realistic. It just doesn't seem to be a realistic price target. Do you guys know Polestar in the US? Here in Belgium, it's quite a popular brand. They have many commercials. We actually see lots of Polestars on the road. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Don't know why it's only sitting at 14.7 when Rivian is sitting at 140 or 140.5. That is. All right, I'll be back in a second. It's gonna be tiny break. Let's see what happens with Tesla. And oh yeah, make sure you hit the like button if you've been enjoying the stream so far. Once again, we're streaming from 8:45 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time and 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. So twice a day from Monday until Friday. Keep that in mind. Check out the social medias, by the way. We have a Twitter, Instagram, a Discord community. All the links are going to be down below in the description if you'd like to join the socials. So check them out. I'll be back in just a second. All right, I'm back. Let's see. What is happening here? Rivian is sucking up all that capital. How much are we up today on Rivian, actually? Wow, that's crazy. 11 percentage points. And nobody's taking profits, right? It's just going up and up and up and up. Nobody thinks about, maybe this company, they don't have any revenue. And it's sitting at a market cap of 120 billion. Might want to take some profits. That is not occurring right now. I think it's mostly the long-term holders, the long-term investors that are buying this. Which, I wish them good luck. But this is probably one of the more risky plays in the markets. This is definitely one of the more risky plays. Is it already 50%? Yeah, it's about 49.9% on Rivian. What else is happening? AI is now pulling back, giving us the opportunity to buy cheaper. Palantir is also pulling back. Markets are pulling back. Look at that. NASDAQ is heading down 0.26%. The Dow Jones is heading up. Russell is going down 0.4%. What's happening to the 10-year yield? 10-year is spiking. Look at that, 2.75%. It is still heading up, and that is very bad for the high-risk stocks, and we could see some downside. Facebook is sitting at 348, and what else is happening? Let's see, Nvidia 299, AMD at 146. I think both of these are going to pull back at least 10% short term. Netlist 6.92. I think that's still cheap. UiPath 53.5. Ggpi is now pulling back, sitting at 14.6. Tesla unable to head up to 1,000. At least that's what we're seeing here. This could get really, really interesting with Tesla. One sec. We're seeing a tiny pullback in Rivian. Although it's still sitting at 138.5. Like, let's be real. It's not a really big pullback. In fact, it's still up 6.5%. Although from the top, it's now down 2 percentage points. God forbid that Rivian pulls back, right? Am I still not allowed to short it? I think I'm still not allowed to short it. This is so annoying. I would love to be shorting this. Nope. Tesla is sitting at 989. Far more irrational still were the huge valuations that market participants were then putting on businesses, almost certain to end up being of modest or no value. Yet investors, mesmerized by soaring stock prices and ignoring all else, piled into these enterprises. It was as if some virus racing wildly among investment professionals as well as amateurs induced hallucinations in which the values of stocks in certain sectors became decoupled from the values of the businesses that underlay them. This surreal scene was accompanied by much loose talk about value creation. We readily acknowledge that there has been a huge amount of true value created in the past decade by new or young businesses, and that there is much more to come. But value is destroyed, not created, by any business that loses money over its lifetime, no matter how high its interim valuation may get. What actually occurs in these cases is wealth transfer, often on a massive scale, by shamelessly merchandising birdless bushes. Promoters have in recent years moved billions of dollars from the pockets of the public to their own purses. Oh wow, that's interesting. So yeah, somebody's posting some interesting text here in the live chat. The fact that a bubble market has allowed the creation of bubble companies, entities designed more with an eye to making money off investors rather than for them. Too often an IPO, not profits, was the primary goal of a company's promoters. Yeah, I have to agree with this. I mean, what this describes is exactly what is happening with Rivian. I agree with that. This is it's madness. It is similar to the .com. It is very similar. It's eerily similar. It's wild. I mean, like I said, I've been in the markets for about 7 years. I have never seen this kind of like frenzy. I have never ever in my life seen a company go IPO with no revenue at a market cap of around 100 billion. Like, that is just wild. I have not seen that happen before, and it's happening. So this is probably historic times. This is the short on T. Wait, shorting is allowed? Let me check. Yeah, but they only allow a small amount. They don't allow you to short Rivian in large amounts. Like a couple $1,000 they would allow you, but like not more than that. So, which is kind of sad. They are managing their risks. They also know that when Rivian pulls back, it's going to pull back 10, 20, 30 percentage points. So they know it's going to go down. Essentially, that's what I'm trying to say. I think a lot of these platforms, they know Rivian is overvalued. So allowing people to short Rivian is going to be very bad for them. Yeah, so that's the current situation. I mean, Lucid's getting back up, 44.2. XPeng Neo are still heading down, though. NASDAQ is literally being influenced by Tesla. Like, Tesla is single-handedly causing the NASDAQ to pull back. It's so insane. Because Tesla's pulling back 5%, we're seeing the NASDAQ go negative. Like, that is... I haven't seen something like this in a long time. But yeah, that's happening. I mean, Tesla has a big influence on the markets. Let's see. Tesla's still pulling back. Look at that. It's sitting at around 988. But yeah, it's still pulling back as we speak. Huh. Interesting. Oh, my neck is like starting to hurt a little bit. All right, you know what? Let me just fix this a little bit. How come my video cam is being so weird? Yeah, there's something in the background. I don't know what though. Right. Okay, so if we hit 150 likes, I can see the light again. I have no. Oh, that's why I have the green screen backwards. It's kind of awkward. I could fix that like real quick. You know what? I'm gonna fix that real quick. 1 second. But yeah, when we hit 150 likes, we're gonna do another Q&A. You can ask me any questions. I'll be answering all of your questions about stocks, the stock market. We'll do like a quick session right now. So smash that like button. In the meantime, I'll be fixing my green screen real fast. And just give me a second here. Oops, I'm muted. Yeah, okay. I got muted myself by accident. The Nasdaq is down about 0.17%, and the 10-year yield is still sitting at 1.6. What is happening to Shag? It hit 28.9 at some point. Ggpi is pulling back. Virgin Galactic is just kind of going flat like a pancake. DIDI is starting to head upwards, which is quite nice. Nvidia is going down, 299. AMD is going down. Both of these are still, in my opinion, quite overpriced. Here you go. There you go. Facebook heading upwards. Up about 2.7 percentage points. That is how we do. That is how we do. We have Palantir 23.2. The MACD is crossing on the 4 hours. It's looking pretty good. Right, so Palantir is hitting 23.2. MACD's crossing on the 4-hour chart. You take a look at the daily chart. It's still looking kind of tough. But in my opinion, we're getting this kind of consolidation again, where it's going to go sideways but slightly upwards. And let's see if we can kind of copy that bar pattern. There you go. Yeah, something like this. I mean, that would be quite reasonable. We get back to 25 by the end of the month, maybe even higher. But I think we're most likely going to see a period of consolidation unless we get some proper news. Rivian is back to 140. Wow, this is crazy. Oh my gosh. Let's see what Gary Black has to say. Did he tweet anything recently? No, I don't think so. How is Rivian sitting at like 140 right now? It's mind-boggling. Chamath Palihapitiya defends their Rivian 110 billion market cap. What? Why? But why? They haven't proven anything yet. Why are people defending Rivian at this market cap? It makes no sense. They haven't proven anything yet. Oh my gosh. Okay. That is crazy. I think the only reason why Chamath is defending the Rivian IPO is because probably a lot of his billionaire friends are buying into the IPO. Of course you're going to defend them. That's what I think, at least. Let me see. Hold up. This is interesting. It's still heading up. This has nothing to do with like Tesla bears. But yeah, he compared the Rivian bears to the Tesla bears essentially. Can we get back to? Oh, there we go. Right, I'm going to quickly show you this article. Oops. There we go. Here you go. Billionaire investor Chamath Palihapitiya has defended the EV startup Rivian after criticism about its 110 billion market cap. Palihapitiya said investors would have seen and liked Rivian's product and that it had taken a smart path to market. Rivian is now valued at more than 110 billion despite never having ever made a meaningful revenue. He's defended it, saying investors think the company has a solid product and the underwriters of the deal are experts in what they do. I think he talked about this on this podcast. Yeah, I mean, this is just crazy. Let's see. Yet Palihapitiya defended the company on All In podcast on Saturday against his co-host and fellow investor Jason Calacanis, who said that the EV maker was way overvalued. Palihapitiya said investors had seen and liked the Rivian product, but that doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is being able to produce the product. If you can't produce the product, it's a great product, but you just do nothing. And pointed to the fact that it has already signed a deal to sell 100,000 trucks. Yet again, you have a deal, but where's the product? Where's the volume? Where are the volumes of vehicles that you're trying to sell? They're not there yet. And I think that is what is worrisome. It's like what could happen essentially is we could get into a situation where they might have some trouble. They might have trouble starting up. What I have heard is that it's a well-engineered truck, and they've done a very smart path to the market, which is essentially to build these delivery trucks for Amazon, he said. People said people shouldn't attack Rivian just because major investors think it's worth $100 billion or more. He's defending the banks. Essentially, Chamath is defending the big guys, the BlackRocks, etc. Polyptai dismissed those who say they think they know what Rivian is really worth after Kalikanis said he thought the EV startup should be valued at about 20 billion. I think that's a little extreme given the market. You know, the market is quite... There's a lot of momentum, so... He said such estimates are superficial and remind him of the arguments made by the Tesla Q guys. The thing is, this is different because back in the day, Tesla didn't have any deliveries. Oh, sorry. Back in the day, Tesla had a lot of deliveries, and now Rivian has none. Almost none. Okay, crazy stuff. Apparently he's really bullish on it. Oh, he's not bullish on it. He's just not bearish on it. Never trust Chamath. He likes to dump on people who follow him. I mean, I think this is kind of messed up because he's defending. What I really dislike about this is that Chamath is essentially... He's defending a massive market cap without any revenues. There's only projected figures, right? Okay, they're going to deliver 100,000 at some point. Where is the proof? Where is the volume? They're not producing in volumes right now. And then you got like big banks are involved. Big players like BlackRock are involved. And he's defending them. He's not defending the little guy. He's essentially defending the big institutions that are gambling their money on Rivian. But that's just my opinion. I think they're gambling their money on Rivian. At least short term. I mean, long term, who knows? Next 10 years, I mean, they might be successful. Okay, anyway, whatever. That's just his opinion, I guess. I do disagree with that. Let's see. Rivian has great cars. Yeah, they have great cars. It's just they don't have many of them, and they're not selling many of them, and they're not making much money. Of course they have great cars. I mean, it's not just because they have great cars does not mean they should be valued at 110, 120 billion. That's not how it works. Even Tesla, man. I mean, Tesla had to deliver thousands of vehicles before they got the richer valuations. In fact, one might even argue that, hey, just 2 years ago, 2019, not very long ago, Tesla was delivering 300,000 vehicles, was sitting at a market cap of 50 billion. Rivian is sitting twice that, and they're not delivering that many vehicles. They don't have revenue. They don't have a history of delivering vehicles. People don't understand how incredibly difficult it is to get into this industry and actually start selling vehicles on a massive scale. Elon said it rightfully so. He said it in the past that there's only 2 auto manufacturers in the U.S. that were able to not go bankrupt. It's Tesla and Ford. Well, there you go. I mean, it's a difficult business to be in. Yeah, we are too far away from the 20 AMA. Yeah, it's there's a lot of bad things happening here with regards to great 3D rendered cars. Yeah, exactly. High valuation due to the fact that Rivian is backed by Amazon. I mean, Amazon bought the stock at like 1.4 billion. That position is now worth 20 or 25 billion. They made almost a 20x on their money. Do you think Amazon is going to stay in Rivian? I don't think so. I think they're going to sell out. That's my opinion. I think Amazon is going to start selling out of their positions after the lockup period. That's my opinion on that. If you 20x your money, why would you not sell? Especially given the fact that they're still not at volume production yet. But then again, it could be that they really want to invest in green energy and stuff. But Shag is not really going up. Ggpi, let's go. $14.9 on Ggpi. That's pretty awesome. Um, yeah, it's looking pretty cool. Looking pretty cool indeed. I think my camera is still not quite. There we go. So Rivian is backed by Amazon, but I will never touch it. Gara check Tilray. Yeah, GGPI is still heading up. Oh wow, it's just it's doing us a favor here. It's just skyrocketing right now. Look at that, it's about to hit 15. It is about to hit 15. If it goes above 15, I think the sky's the limit. And it really does seem like we're about to be. I mean, this is bullish, right? So this is quite bullish. Oops. This is bullish. As I'm saying it, it's dropping. Yeah, I believe we're gonna get above 15, and I think it's gonna go much higher than that. Like I said before, this has to, I think there is a chance we're going to hit like $20 in the next week or so. With all the hype around EVs, with Rivian hitting 142, Lucid sitting at 45, there is no reason. There you go. It went above 15. It's going up higher. There is no reason for GGPI to stay below 15. Although I think somebody's selling it at 15.5, 15.15. I think that's the resistance right now. It's pulling back from that level, but it is going above that right now. 15.2. Let's go, rock and roll. Yeah, GGPI is skyrocketing. It is skyrocketing right as we speak. Awesome. 15.2. It hit 15.27. I mean, it's still cheap. It's still sitting very cheap. I still think it's cheap at 15. I think maybe if it gets like to 20, that would be like, okay. That would be a lot. That would be quite expensive to be getting in. Palantir's heading up, C3 is heading down, Rivian is still heading up, Tesla's at 990, below 1,000. Bit of a tough time on Tesla. Oh, awesome! We hit 150 likes. That's great, fantastic. I want to just quickly check something. All right, so we hit 150 likes, and like I said, oh wow, look at that, GGPI to 15.4. Hell yeah. I'll be leaving a comment in the live chat. Ask me anything. Right. Okay, you can ask me any questions, and I'll be answering all of your questions. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you have not yet. Hit that notification bell. We're doing a bit of a Q&A right now, so if you want to ask me anything, do it right now. I'll be answering all your questions. Once again, we're live every single day from Monday till Friday, 8:45 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. for market open, and 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. for market close. This is Eastern time. Basically, market open and market close, right? Just so you know. And once again, check out the socials. We have a Twitter, we have a Discord, an Instagram, a Patreon. Check it out. Links are down below for that. It seems like GGPI is doing pretty awesome. Let's see. Yeah, look at that. 15.5 on GGPI. It's going higher. We're going to go to 16. We're going straight to the moon. All right. Yeah, GGPI is just skyrocketing right now. 15.4. We hit 15.5. That is amazing. I mean, I am loving it. It just keeps on skyrocketing further. Is it going to reach 15.6 again? Let me check the 1 minute chart. I mean, it's still heading up. It's overbought. You can see that. You can see that it's kind of, it might actually lose a little bit of momentum. 15.5 could be a resistance. All right, we got some questions here. And I also asked in a poll down below, I asked, did you buy the GGPI dip? And 20% said yes, 80% said no. So the majority of people are not in GGPI yet. And it's, look at that, a huge amount of strength in GGPI. And 15.5, we're heading up still. Let's see. Yeah, GGPI is probably one of the cheapest EV stocks out there. You can see Rivian is also heading up, 142.5. It's up 10%. Why though? Like, what the hell? Why are people buying into Rivian? I don't understand. Why would you buy into Rivian if you could buy into GGPI? Really? So I failed to understand that. But yeah, people are going to do what they're going to do. We're seeing a little bit of selling pressure. 15.3. Markets are still negative, right? Keep that in mind. This is all happening while the markets are negative. It's up 20% so far today. All right, we have a bunch of questions here. Let's let's answer the questions. What is the price of Lucid for earnings? I think it's probably gonna pull back to the lower 40s and eventually get back to the 30s, to the upper 30s. Gara, we are too far away from the 20-day EMA weekly on the Nasdaq. That is not good. It is not good. Yeah, usually when the markets get extended like that, they tend to pull back. Although it could take a long time before we get back to the 20-day moving average. So, is GGPI a buy right now? I personally believe that at the current price, it's looking interesting, right? But it's getting more and more expensive. It's sitting at 15 now. Yesterday or on Friday and Thursday, it was sitting at like 12. I would prefer to buy this one at like 14 and below that. But I think GGPI could be moving up to $20, so it could definitely be moving to $20. Let's see. Would you put in some money into Peloton? I don't like Peloton. Also, PayPal's going up. Yeah, PayPal's looking pretty interesting at the current price. I think PayPal could rise further. What is Rivian at 145 yet? Jeez, so crazy. DIDI, please. People need. Yeah, we need 300 likes. Smash that like button. Lucid about to make a move to 52, ascending triangle breakout. Yeah, I think with Rivian going up so much, we might actually see that happen. We hit 15.47 again, but it's descending, right? So we need a higher high. That'd be nice. Don't you think GGPL will ride the coattails of Rivian's pullback after the shorting is enabled? I think what is going to happen is Rivian could pull back and GGPI could go up at the same time. It doesn't have to be related that way. I don't think it has to be that way. What is the actual merger for GGPI? The actual merger date. I don't know the merger date precisely, but it's going to be near term, like within the next coming weeks. Let me just search it up, actually. GGPI merger date. I think it was by the end of the year, right? We know that the merger is confirmed. That much we know. We just don't know when it's going to happen. At least I don't know when it's going to happen. But despite that, right, I don't mind buying into it when I know it's going to happen, right? Um, let's see. Yeah, it's now falling down, 15.17. You can see that right there. Meanwhile, Rivian is still heading up, despite everything else not really going up. Rivian, 143. It's about to hit 144. It's crazy. What else do we have here? Opinion on Helion. Will Tesla go to $900? I think we could probably get to $900. Yeah, probably. DIDI, please. Yeah, with DIDI, we're still waiting for earnings. You know, we're still waiting for the app to get back online. And wow, look at this. I mean, oh my gosh, it is up 13% from the bottom today. While the markets are down, the markets are not looking bullish today. Both the Russell and the Nasdaq are down. The Dow Jones is up though. Like, what the hell? Look at that. We're hitting 144. We're hitting 144 in Rivian. It is unstoppable. One second. It's incredible. Really, it is. It doesn't stop, right? It's like about to hit 145. Let's see. There we go. It's also overbought on the 30 minutes, I see. And let's see what is happening. How much is it up now from the bottom? 51.6 percentage points. Nice. Market cap of 123 billion. Oh wow, that is can you work on your schedule seriously without being late? I can't catch up. Thank you. Yeah, I will have to probably do that. There's no excuse for me being late other than I'm still having a tough time like biking 30 minutes every single time to work because the weather conditions can be really rough as we're heading into the winter. Like it can rain and whatnot. But I do like to bike. I think it's very healthy as well. And I'll probably have to like do some research on the weather before I go biking to the office. Rivian is still heading upwards. Like, what the hell? 11% to the upside. Oh my gosh. Dude. What the hell is happening with this? This is so crazy. This is so insane. It literally doubled from the IPO price. We're very close to doubling from that price. And yeah. Stonks. This is happening while Tesla's heading down, right? So the EV market is kind of looking bearish right now. It is really nutty. All right. We're going to be wrapping up the stream right now. I think it's good. We've been live streaming for a good 2 hours, right? So I said, like, whenever I'm late for any reason, I will be live streaming extra. Obviously, I'm going to try to get that schedule uptight. Yeah, so far so good. Looks like the market is a bit in a frenzy. You know, we're seeing Rivian go up every day, every hour, yet they have no revenues. That is, in my opinion, a symptom of a market that is overflown with liquidity, overflown with cash. And so that's why the Rivians are allowed to exist. So yeah, interesting markets. Tesla's still pulling back. You know, been saying this for weeks. Be careful. Tesla's it goes up very fast, but it's gonna come down just as fast. And so far, hey, look at this. Tesla stock is now down, or has been going down, 21%. So we were right. There you go. Although, keep in mind, obviously, you know, I was being bearish on Tesla right here. Then we had the Hertz deal out of nowhere, and the stock just went up to $1,200. So yeah. All right. I'm still bullish on DIDI. Still bullish on the stocks that are on the buy and sell signal lists that you can find on Patreon. So check those out. Once again, there's a lot of benefits to the Patreon. They're listed down here or up here. You can check it out at patreon.com/lucid trading. Once again, you get a 15% discount. You can join for as little as $3. And a lot of people have been saying they benefited from this. So check it out at Lucid or patreon.com/lucid trading. And once again, follow me on social media. We have a Twitter, Instagram, Discord community that you can be a part of for free. And yeah, the links are going to be down below in the description as well. So check those out. Have a great day, everybody. We'll be back in a couple hours for the market close stream. Have a good one. Good luck with trading. And we'll be seeing you very soon.